besides being two great, successful wrestlers in their careers. Stone Cold and Hulk Hogan are powerful men who know how to make the most of their wealth. But have you ever wondered which of them has the most luxurious life? In this video, you'll see a fierce battle between Stone Cold and Hulk Hogan. So, let's go fight! Before we get started, I challenge you. You have to click on subscribe and activate notifications, check the option all. But you have to do that in less than 5 seconds. You got it? And if you can, write in the comments #AllAboutSubscribe. Alright, let's get started. Real estate. When it comes to investing in places to live, the two athletes don't usually skimp. But which of them has the most impressive real estate portfolio? Stone Cold, for example, likes to live on farms. It was speculated that the ranch was featured in the reality TV show Broken Skull Challenge, but it was revealed that it was just a location made to represent the former wrestler's property. His real ranch, called Broken Skull Ranch, was located in Tilden, Texas, boasting many impressive environments and over 2,000 acres of land where alligators even lived in the lake. This place was sold by the former wrestler in 2017, but soon after, he acquired another ranch, this time located to the south in Nevada City, naming it Broken Skull Ranch 2.0. Steve Austin's current property covers a large portion of 40 acres of land and is full of enchanting landscapes, making it the place where he spends most of his time these days. Through his social networks, Steve Austin often shares a little of his routine on the incredible rural property. There is, for example, a large residence for him and his dogs, but little is known about its interior except that it has lots of glass doors and a beautiful wide plank floor. Among the spaces that have been seen are the kitchen with a huge worktop, a living room with cozy sofas, and a garage/shed for him to store his car collection. Outside, there are large fields where the former wrestler grows crops and others where he raises animals such as horses, as well as plenty of land for him to do with as he pleases. The ranch is also home to many species of animal life, such as a brood of chickens, which have their custom-built coop to live in. This place offers everything Steve Austin needs to live very peacefully, and to acquire this property, he had to fork out quite a bit of money. According to the media, the star bought the property for $2.9 million. Steve Austin also once owned a property in Marina del Rey, in the U.S. state of California. Built in 1953, the design house has elegant decor and more than 2,700 square feet of living space. Among the property's main spaces are an open layout living room and an 8-person dining area with a glass table, which integrates the custom kitchen with stainless steel appliances and a countertop with seating for casual meals. There is also a family room next to the kitchen that appears to be quite cozy, where there is a TV and a modern fireplace, as well as other living spaces to gather in daily. The house has a total of 4 bedrooms, including the spacious master suite, with doors opening onto the garden and a lovely bathroom with a solid surface soaking tub. In addition to this, the property also has 2 other updated bathrooms with electric mirrors, and while Steve Austin lived there, he also improvised a gym to train without leaving the house. Outside, the property is situated on an 8,000 square foot lot, which has very green lawns, a landscaped garden, a leisure area with a swimming pool, and plenty of seating areas for entertaining or relaxing outdoors, where the former wrestler has already shared a video of his dog swimming. According to some sources, Steve Austin bought the main property in 2007 for the trifle of $2 million, and in 2017, he acquired a property next door for another $1.49 million. In 2021, he sold the complex for $3.395 million, although other sources report that he only disposed of one of the properties. Hulk Hogan, for his part, doesn't skimp on luxury and sophistication when it comes to choosing a property to live in. He currently owns a house in the vicinity of Clearwater, in Florida. Built in 2009, the traditional architecture house features a beautiful 2-way staircase at the main entrance, as well as a stained glass door. Inside, the 5,400 square foot home features incredible wood floors, a spiral staircase with a chandelier, and other spacious rooms for the comfort of the wrestler and his family. Among the main rooms are the living room with a TV and a fireplace, the dining area next to the French windows, and the kitchen with wood cabinets and marble countertops, which is next to a breakfast room, which has glass windows that provide great vistas. The place also has 5 bedrooms, an elegant walk-in closet and 6 luxurious bathrooms, one of which has a bathtub for relaxing in. Outside, the lot is 14,300 square feet, having great balconies to enjoy the views, beside a patio in the back with a separate pool and spa, providing ample space for days of leisure and relaxation in front of the open views to the beach. In recent years, Hulk Hogan expanded his real estate holdings in Clearwater by buying the bungalow next door for $1,600,000, while he had purchased the main house in 2013 for $3,300,000. In addition, it is believed that he also had another house in that area, which was listed for $5,900,000. But it doesn't end there. Hulk Hogan once owned a mansion in Miami Beach, Florida. The 17,000 square foot home boasts an abundance of architectural details, such as an elliptical floating staircase and a hallway with several glass windows. Outside, there are guest apartments that were built at the same time as the mansion, plus a private bayfront pier, a large swimming pool for recreation and a well-kept lawn with beautiful trees. Hulk Hogan purchased the property in 2006 for the recording of the reality film Hogan Knows Best for $12 million, and allegedly sold it to producer Michael Bay for $18.9 million. But the most impressive property the wrestler ever owned was a waterfront mansion in Bel Air, Florida. Hulk Hogan bought the property in 1992 and demolished the residence that existed on the site to build a custom mansion of over 17,000 square feet, which was finished in 1996. The farmhouse is inspired by 18th century French architecture and has a rustic, handcrafted design, and among the main rooms of the mansion is the large living room, which features a classic fireplace in the center and cozy couches where the wrestler used to spend a lot of time lying down. In the next space is the kitchen with custom finishings, having large counters for preparing meals, as well as having stainless steel appliances and integrating a dining table. Upstairs there is an incredible master suite, featuring a TV in front of the bed and several windows that bring natural light into the interior, as well as integrating a living area, where there is a lovely bathroom with skylights. The house even has 6 other bedrooms, among which is a modern-style one that has a beautiful grand piano and a large wardrobe, filled with luxurious things belonging to the wrestler's daughter, this being the main place where she spends her time. The mansion also has a private museum where Hulk Hogan was keeping important items from his career, such as the boots he had worn during his wrestling days, some old paintings, belts, and other objects. Heading outside, there's a 100-foot deep resort-style pool that features a waterfall and several nearby relaxing patios. There is also a large 1.5-acre undulating garden, which extends to a private pier where the wrestler had boats at his disposal, as well as jet skis to make use of on a daily basis. Hulk Hogan bought the estate for $2 million and sold it in 2012 for $6,200,000, despite having asked for $25 million in 2006. As Hulk Hogan has more luxurious properties, he wins this round. Point for him. Exaggerated luxuries. Both wrestlers have more than enough money to enjoy a lot of luxury and comfort, but who spends more? Steve Austin, for example, likes to invest his money in shoes. In an interview with Complex, the former wrestler showed off some of the sneakers he's owned. Nike Shox NZ $100. Magnum Stealth Force 8.0 boot, $100. Brooks Glycerin 20, $160. And when the star was interviewed in a store, he took the opportunity to take a few more home, among them Air Jordan 13 Del Sol, $280. Air Jordan 5 Racer Blue, $320. Air Jordan 3 Fire Red, $320. And a Nike Zoom Kobe 5 Protro X Undefeated for $820, totaling $1,883 spent on shopping. To always be well-dressed and stylish, Steve Austin also spends a lot of money on watches, such as his Shin U1 SDR, which measures 44 millimeters and is made from submarine steel, which gives it greater resistance in extreme conditions of use, with an average price of $3,500. Another watch he has owned is an elegant Omega Seamaster 300M chronograph made of stainless steel, which, depending on the specifications, can cost as much as $8,600. The former wrestler also loves to have fun on the high seas, having been spotted, for example, cruising around on a Kawasaki Ultra 310 LX, a very modern electric jet ski powered by a high-performance 4-stroke engine. And to give you an idea of the price, the newest models of this jet ski cost more than $20,000. Steve Austin has also been seen on a Seabreacher X, a two-seater semi-submersible mini-submarine. With a design similar to that of a shark, the submersible is perfect for those who like to go on adventures, as it is even capable of jumping out of the water. The submarine also has a 260 horsepower supercharged engine, and although it's not certain whether it belongs to Steve Austin, a new model costs from $80,000. Moving on to Hulk Hogan. When it comes to dressing well, for example, he has been spotted sporting beautiful watches like an $8,000 Breitling Chronomat Evolution and also a $35,000 Rolex Yachtmaster Yellow Gold. In his free time, has shared several times on social networks moments when he is cruising with his speedboat nicknamed Immortal. Although there is no certainty about its price, based on other similar speedboat models, we can estimate that Hulk Hogan's little toy should cost around $400,000. And for having his speedboat, Hulk Hogan wins this round. Point for him. Vehicles. The wrestlers are completely fascinated by imposing automobiles, but which of them has the best vehicles at his disposal? Throughout his extensive career, it is speculated that Hulk Hogan has owned some fine vehicles, such as a $35,000 Chevrolet Camaro, a $39,000 Ford Galaxy 500 from 1965, a $40,000 Ford Ram 1500, a $44,000 Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow, a $45,000 1952 Ford F1, a $50,000 C3 Corvette from 1980, a $53,000 Toyota Supra from 1994, a $55,000 Plymouth Barracuda from 1973, a $57,000 Chevrolet Impala from 1966, a $65,000 Plymouth Roadrunner from 1969, a $68,000 Chevy Tahoe, a $70,000 Dodge Charger SRT, a $85,000 Dodge Challenger SRT, a $95,000 Cadillac Escalade. But his most famous car is his illustrious 1994 Dodge Viper, a vehicle completely decked out in Hogan's signature red and yellow color scheme. And to help those in need, the wrestler decided to auction the vehicle for charity, with it being auctioned off for around $75,000. The wrestler's most expensive car, meanwhile, is speculated to be his Dodge Challenger Demon, a super sports car made for those who like speed. The vehicle is equipped with a powerful V8 engine, capable of accelerating from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.1 seconds, managing to reach a top speed of 204 miles per hour. And it's no wonder that to acquire this beautiful sports car, you may need to shell out over $180,000 for its most complete models. Stone Cold, on the other hand, has been seen with several cars, such as 2008 Kawasaki KLX 450 for $7,200, Kawasaki Mule SX for $9,000, Kawasaki Brute Force 750 for $11,000, Kawasaki Mule Pro MX for $15,000, 1988 Dodge Ramcharger for $17,000, 1965 Ford F100 for $20,000, Kawasaki Mule Pro FXT for $20,000, Kawasaki Teryx 4 from $21,000, 1959 Ford F100 from $22,000, 1995 Ford Bronco from $23,000, 1996 Chevrolet Suburban for $26,000, Kawasaki Teryx KRX 1000 from $27,000, 2003 Ford Focus from $30,000, 2003 Chevrolet Silverado Z71 from $32,000, 1974 Chevrolet Camaro Z28 from $35,000, Jeep Wrangler 4x4 for $38,000, Buick Special 1955 from $40,000, 1971 Corvette Stingray from $41,000, Ford Fairlane 1964 from $51,000, Chevrolet C10 for $57,000, Ford F-150 for $75,000, Corvette C7 for $79,000, and even a 2016 Range Rover for $87,000. One of the most impressive vehicles that Steve Austin drove, which became his trademark during his fights, was a customized monster truck. This robust machine was seen a few times during wrestling competitions, including being used to crush some other vehicles, such as The Rock's Lincoln Continental. To give you an idea of the price of this car, it is estimated that the former wrestler's vehicle is valued at around $150,000. But the most impressive car he drove was a McLaren 720S, a super sports car made for those who like speed. To give you an idea of its power, the vehicle is equipped with a 720 horsepower V8 engine, capable of accelerating from 0 to 62 miles per hour in just 2.9 seconds, reaching a top speed of 211 miles per hour. According to some sources, the former wrestler's incredible car is valued at around $340,000. In addition to all these cars, it is speculated that he once owned other rather impressive vehicles, but they no longer seem to be part of his collection. And for owning a more expensive garage, Steve Austin wins this round. Aircraft. To travel in comfort, both fighters use private aircraft, but who has the most expensive means of air transportation? Steve Austin flew, for example, in a Robinson R-44. One of the most reliable helicopter models, which, depending on the specifications, can carry 3 passengers in addition to the pilot in a 46 cubic foot cabin. To buy a helicopter like this, you have to pay around $500,000, while the average hourly charter rate is $900. Steve Austin also often shares photos of what appears to be his private jet, the Hawker 400 XP, a medium-sized twin-engine executive aircraft ideal for interstate and international travel. The interior of the jet can carry up to 8 passengers in comfort and refinement. Called the N865TM, the former wrestler's jet seems to offer plenty of comfort for him and his dogs to travel safely between the country's states while enjoying unique views that only aircraft like this can provide. And although it's not certain whether he owns the aircraft, it's estimated that the price of a jet of this model costs around $2.5 million. One of the aircraft Hulk Hogan has been spotted in is a Hawker 800 XP, a modern medium-sized business jet. The interior of the jet is very luxurious and can accommodate up to 10 passengers depending on the configuration adopted. But you shouldn't think that everything has been such a smooth sailing for him, because he has already got a huge scare when the tires of the aircraft burst at the time of the landing. In addition, the price to acquire a new aircraft of this model is about $5 million. But in case the fighter just chartered it, it's possible he spent around $5,000 for each hour of flight. And because we don't know if they have these aircraft, we'll consider the round a draw. Points for both. Sources of income. As well as being fighters, both athletes also have other sources of income, but who profits more from a business? Austin, for example, has some ventures, such as lines of drinks known as Broken Skull American Lager and Broken Skull IPA, in collaboration with the traditional brewing company El Segundo Brewing. Another source of income is merchandise sales. Through the Steve Cold brand, the WWE personality sells products linked to his image, such as t-shirts and other accessories. Over the years, he has decided to invest in his writing career, having already published books such as The Stone Cold Truth. Steve Austin's biggest source of income must surely come from royalties and advertising deals with famous brands, such as the 316 clothing line, the WWE 2K series of games, the Japanese company Kawasaki, among many others. Hulk Hogan, meanwhile, is not lagging behind, launching his own line of products, such as his energy drink called Hogan Energy and his Hulkster Burgers, a line of frozen cheeseburgers. However, from 2012 he decided to open his own restaurants, known as Hogan's Hangout, with him having 2 units in Florida. It is an all-custom venue, which seems to be a great attraction for tourists visiting the area. Restaurant menus offer a wide variety of food such as burgers, chicken wings, tacos, seafood, among many other things. Another of the wrestler's ventures is his Hogan's Beach Shop, which is located in Orlando, Florida. The place sells a variety of custom products and is a fantastic place for wrestling fans to shop. And for those who can't go there in person, Hogan also has an online store where you can get signed items from the wrestler that can go for quite a bit of money, such as a $1,150 signed chair, a $1,500 signed poster, a $3,500 signed belt, $5,000 ring-worn long tights, and even a $6,000 t-shirt had worn. However, his social networks can also be considered another business venture of the actor. On Instagram, for example, he has almost 2 million followers, and on Facebook the number exceeds 7 million, and he takes advantage of all this visibility to advertise for various companies and also promote their own custom products. As Hulk Hogan has more diversified businesses, he's the one who wins this round. Point for him. Net worth. Being two famous wrestlers, everyone knows they've made a lot of money in their careers. But which of them has managed to amass the biggest fortune? Starting with Stone Cold. He was, for example, one of the most influential competitors of the Attitude Era, starring in major fights that earned him high incomes. Although it is not known how much Steve Austin earned per year from wrestling competitions, some rumors suggest that he earned between $5 and $12 million between 1999 and 2003. However, he didn't stop raking in the big bucks after retiring in 2003. That's because although he has left the ring, Steve Austin is still a wrestling star, always involved in competitions and perpetuating his legacy. To give you an idea of how much he makes, in 2021 alone, Sports Rush reported that he and WWE pocketed $3.66 million from merchandise sales. Added to his other sources of income, his turnover is even higher. It's speculated that with all his jobs combined, including brand endorsements, the star now earns around $3 million a year. Although no one knows for sure what Steve Austin's fortune is, some sources estimate that the former wrestler's net worth today, after all taxes have been deducted, is $30 million. But the figure is likely to be higher. Hulk Hogan, on the other hand, is not far behind. At the height of his career as a wrestler, for example, some sources estimate that he made almost $10 million a year. And of course, all this gigantic salary was just a consequence of the huge media result he was pulling, with him owning the American television audience record for a wrestling match to this day. And despite having already made a lot of money in his career, Hogan has even said in interviews that at the time he squandered most of his wealth on his lavish lifestyle. Another time when Hulk Hogan ended up losing a lot of money was in 2009, when in the divorce settlement with his ex-wife Linda Bolia, it was reported in the media that the wrestler lost 70% of the couple's net assets, being left with only 30% of all the money they had. But in 2016, the tide began to turn in Hulk's favor when he won his lawsuit against media company Gawker, which released an intimate video of the fighter that was recorded without his consent and had even refused to take it off the air. After a major court battle, they struck a deal that got Hogan about $31 million. And although no one knows exactly what the wrestler's real current financial situation is, we can estimate that Hulk Hogan has a net worth of at least $40 million, a figure that could be much higher if he knew how to manage his money better. And because he has a higher estimated fortune, Hulk Hogan wins this last round. Point for him. At the end of this fight, we had 2 points for Stone Cold against 5 points for Hulk Hogan, making him the winner of this battle. But if you think there are still other arguments to defend one of the two, write your best justification below. Hey, you like the video? So don't forget about leave your like and comment, and tell some suggestions of another videos, and hopefully we gonna do it. All about channel, deals to satisfy your curiosity.